again, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you. Here I am behind the banner waiting for something to change, but it's not going to. Just having a little audio difference in my monitors today. So welcome. Thank you for being with us. This is the Midweek Pick Me Up. Happens every week here at 3 p.m. on the New Thought Media Network. When the signal's stable, the signal's not all that stable today. So if you're rapidly picking up on this broadcast because the channel you were watching I just dumped out on you, well, welcome back. Glad you're with us. Glad you found us again. If not, and your regular habit is to watch this at a later time anyway, well then, please forgive me my silliness. All right. Those that watch the program know how it works. 2 prayers, 2 songs, and a talk in between, which means I get to start with prayer. And that means I invite you to join me in that. If you're comfortable in a place where it's safe to close your eyes, please do so. And I invite you to just take that deep, holy breath. Join in a recognition of the oneness that is everything. Love, light, beauty, truth, health, wealth, well-being, abundance, prosperity. It's all God. Every word, every thought, every opportunity, every experience, all part of the oneness that is God's life, revealing itself through and as our lives, the human life. In this co-creative process, creating the experiences and the opportunities to live the lives we truly desire. That is what is happening on the planet. So I am grateful to be here on a Wednesday afternoon, to be lifting up my own spirits, to be in a place of spiritual community, lifting up all to say, you know what, this is working. May not always know how, may not always know why, but I know it's all working. So I'm here to work it. I'm here to be a part of it. I'm here to explore whatever this is that wants to be known, that wants to be revealed, to allow for whatever great experience calls itself into being here this day. Grateful to be a part of it, explore it, and let it happen. And so it is. And so it is. All right, let's get into some music here today, folks. You folks know me. It's a FLOYD-LULA day. That's all there is to it. I put it in. I'm even starting to tell you what music I'm going to use because it's just too much fun not to do. And this is a really, really fun one. This was recorded live at Mile High Church, Lakewood, Colorado. I do believe I was actually here for this performance. Check this out. God in everyone. FLOYD-LULA. Enjoy.
Everything beneath the sun shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by an heaven sent. May these grapes of pain ferment, alchemize to love's content. ever be a sacrament. Knowing God is my intent. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Rolling like a thundercloud, let me live my love out loud, standing for mankind and proud, baptized in a holy shroud. Peace be still and know me now. God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. Oh God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. God, feels turning like you think. Hold me in the same like a kiss. Seals the spirit I become. Oh, knowing what I'm here for. Rubbing on to distant shores. Oh, how you astound me with your prayer. God in everyone. Oh, spinning like a prayer field. Turning like Ezekiel's wheels. Nothing like a kiss seals the spirit I become. Oh, knowing what I'm here for. Rolling on distant shore. Going from the infinite. God in everyone. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone.
Yes. I see God in everyone, and I trust you do as well. Thank you for being with us. I picked that song today because it is such a great expression, I believe, of the challenge and the reward for moving into that place where we can see God in everyone. And I know that can seem like a challenge. And I believe this thing we're calling New Thought, still calling it New Thought. It's not always the greatest name for it, but it is what it is. That in that, there is an opportunity for us to collectively work together, collectively. Not just individuals, not just, oh, I see the God in you, and I see the God in you, and I see the God in you, but as a collective, to see the God in the collective, in the belief systems and the operating systems. Now, that's not to say that we condone bad behavior or unhealthy or harmful behavior or vengeful behavior or greedy behavior and all the things that are not giving life to itself, right? We're here to give life to itself, to the divine, to God. You are a divine expression of the one, and you are here to give that life and to give it, I believe, joyously. It's, at least it's so much more fun when I do what I'm doing joyously. Even when it's things that maybe I'm not, I'm not all that hip on certain things, doing certain things I don't like doing. And I'm sure you have that as well. And that's just part of our humanness, our human experience. And I've been talking a lot lately, and I'm going to keep talking about it in this transference, this experience of living in both the divine and the humane, in both the divine experience of absolute oneness, knowing that there is really nothing more to do than change my consciousness, and operating in the world of the human, where I have to take action, where my hands have to be operating. I have to get out, do something, this thing, that thing, whatever it might be, to be active in the world, not just sitting on the cushion 24/7 wondering what the next great revelation might be, but being in an active participation, an active practice of calling forth that revelation. Now, there is something, right? So I'd like to share with you today an idea that has been evolving from my perspective, and that's that idea of the both and that we're moving into. I don't need these right now. I am just that moves into that, and it's beyond just you get yours and I get mine, right? It's not a both and that is rooted in, well, duality or yours and, but separation mentality. It's a both and that says you are allowed to have it all, everything you've ever desired, and more, and more. Every one of us on this planet is by our very birthright. We are here, I believe, to be more. Now, I spoke about this, I think it was on this program last week, the motion of reality evolving, or the movement of reality. What we think we know, what we think is reality, what we think is solid form. The motion of that evolving, because the reality has to always be evolving. So when we talk about more, when I do, at least, I'm talking about I want to witness and be in alignment and serving the movement of reality as it evolves. And so I think there's always something more that's calling us each to do a little more, to be a little more, to find that moreness somewhere in our lives. That is the fun, I believe. And that's what, for me, is part of the pick-me-up that says, yeah, give me a couple of little reminders. Like Jamie and Gary singing about that experience of really seeing the God in everyone. So I want to take just a brief moment. I want to invite you to close your eyes. I want you to realize you're in probably wherever you are is the safest space you can be in right now. And I want you to allow the divine to bring to mind somebody that would normally cause you to have a physical reaction. Ooh. Now, if this process were to cause some sort of if just bringing this person to mind is not healthy or safe, then don't do this. Okay? If it's not healthy or safe for you to do this, don't do this. But if it is, bring that person to mind and just try to identify the feeling tone, the emotion, whatever that was that just popped up into your heart. Now, again, I'm not saying you have to forgive the behavior. I'm not saying we condone any behaviors. I'm not saying that we're here to recreate any of those things. And I'd like each of us, and I have mine. I mean, realistic. I mean, come on, it's you. Those that know me, I got a handful of politicians that'll push my buttons. Ooh, there it is, right? Those are the kind of people I'm looking for. The people that I really don't have an awful lot of true physical connection with, but just have these underlying sense of, that's where we start. That's where we really start. Where the really big, ooh, yeah, no, those, well, let's do those privately. But for the moment, be with that, that whatever. And I don't want you to have to love or pretend to be all okay with whatever it was that might have happened, or I just want you to realize that somewhere in the midst of it, there's God. Somewhere in the midst of whatever that is, there is the oneness, there is the divinity, there is the perfection of life revealing itself in ways that I cannot understand, in ways that I cannot condone, in ways that I cannot embrace, in ways that make me want to jump up and down and shout and yell and scream, no. And in some places, that is a holy, holy act. To jump up and down and scream, no. And then I get to experience what comes next from that. Then I get to experience the new, the effect of the cause that I put into play. And so if my no is a righteous no and a holy no and a complete no, then what I put into play is righteous and holy. And what if I put into play what isn't righteous and holy? It isn't bending towards the good, arcing towards the life force. Then it's most likely not going to be something I want to experience. There is God in everyone. Some people try to hide that. Some people hide that under a bushel. Some people hide it behind a cloak. Some people hide it behind bad behavior. Some people hide it behind addiction. Some people hide it behind bigotry. Some people hide it behind racism. And all it means is that as spiritual beings, in the spiritual aspect of our lives, I believe we're being called to support those people in being healed, not in being ostracized, not in being outcast, not in being lynched or strung up or publicly humiliated or all the things that are going on in the world, but to be a brother and a sister to even those that have so lost their way. Because there really are so many out there that have lost their way, that just have been led down a path where they believe the love and the truth and the oneness of it all isn't real, isn't possible. I'm here on the side of oneness. I'm here on team oneness. I'm part of, and I believe you are too. I believe we're part of one big human family. 7 billion heartbeats plus strong. Compassionate. Living together. And, some of my friends believe similarly that there is that one human family And so we again, let's turn to our friends Jamie Lula and Gary Lynn Floyd, collectively known as FLOYD-LULA, here with the Mile High Band. Enjoy.
Sing it if you know it. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Sing it. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Ooh, Jamie Lula, Gary Lynn Floyd. Leads me to that place of knowing that there is truly only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence, one big family, one human experience in millions and billions and billions and billions of forms, all together in concert, creating this experience of life, this experience of oneness that is right now lifting me into a greater understanding of the truth. And I claim for each one that may hear these words, each one that may be lifted by this vibration, that same experience, that experience of hearing the oneness, of experiencing the allness and the everything that is God's life, that is my life, that is your life, that is all life. Taking form, taking shape, taking experience in miraculous ways, in ways that are sometimes always perfect. Sometimes they seem that way, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it seems like I question how or when or why any of this is really happening, or is it really working? And it is in those places where I double down on the spiritual practice. I remind myself of the truth revealing and how it must operate. And then I witness the demonstration. I witness the glory, the greatness, the amazingness that is God's life taking form through and as my life and the lives of everyone around me. Everywhere I turn, I see the face of God. Everywhere I look, I experience God. And if I do not see the good, if I do not see the love, then I keep staring, then I keep looking, then I keep striving to find that good. Even in those I disagree with, even those that are hard to love, even those I have given up on, it's still there. My unwillingness to see the truth in no way cancels out that truth. And so the oneness of God must be operating even where I am not affirming it, even where I do not declare it is happening, it is happening. That's how it works. There's nothing that can deny the truth revealing itself in my life except for myself. So I vow this day to get myself out of my own way. To get out of my own way and allow the divine to reveal itself, to follow the path of that divine revelation, not to force it, not to strive to be something or go somewhere or have something, but to follow that divine revelation, that divine vision, and know that it is uplifting each one in miraculous ways. I am grateful for this truth, grateful to be in the presence of it, the process of it, most especially grateful to release it and let it be. Let go and let God be God. And so it is. So it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being with me. I love you. You are amazing. And I look forward to being with you again and again and again and again. We'll be back later this evening for the evening prayers, 8:15 Mountain Time here on the New Thought Media Network. Until then, thanks for being with us. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Let's go old school. Peace. Nothing wants to work today. Everything wants to, everything's like